everyone, and welcome to the channel. Do you sell on eBay, Poshmark, or any of the other selling platforms? Well, you're in luck. Today we're going to have some fun and research which Barbie dolls are currently reselling for over $100 on eBay. I've even included many of the characters featured in the recent Barbie movie. We'll look mostly at vintage and modern dolls sold in box, but I plan on making more Barbie research videos for clothes and vintage dolls in the future. Let's see which dolls are the most popular on eBay. Our first doll is Dream Glow Barbie. This doll sold for $199.90, so pretty much $200, and $10 shipping. This is definitely a vintage doll. And let's take a close-up of her face. She's got a lot of makeup on. This one actually comes with the booklet. So it looks like her whole dress lights up. So this one must need batteries. Now this one happens to be a set. This is from the actual Barbie movie. These are the neon inline roller skating outfits that Barbie and Ken wore. This sold for $120 and $10.25 shipping. And you can tell these outfits are very much inspired by a 90s theme with the bright colors. Now this doll is pretty new and was not part of the Barbie movie, but has been selling very well on eBay. I've seen multiple sales for this doll on eBay. This one is the Dia de los Muertos Barbie doll. This is from 2019. It's sold at auction for $440, but I've seen it sold at lower prices, like $100. And you can see here, I can understand why this is such an expensive doll. Look at all the details to her face. And it usually comes in this beautiful box. And shipping on this item was $30. Up next, we have Career Judge Barbie. This one's blonde, but I did see this Barbie in a few different hair colors and skin tones. This sold at auction for $157 and $17 shipping. This is another Barbie movie exclusive doll. This one sold for $130 and $14.90 shipping. This is actually supposed to be Margot Robbie from the movie in her cowboy western outfit. And let's take a closer look. This is pretty much exactly like her outfit from the movie. Next, we have another vintage doll. This one's the mermaid. So we did spot the mermaid in the Barbie movie, and I did find a couple of different ones that sold for over $100. This is a mermaid tail doll, and her name is Merlia. This sold for $110 and $22 shipping. And it looks like it comes with a dolphin, some flip-flops, some sunglasses. So she's actually able to take the tail off and become a regular Barbie. The opening scene for the Barbie movie showcased the original Barbie in her classic black and white striped bathing suit. So this is a vintage 1960s Barbie. This one happens to be a redhead, but they do come in blonde and brunette with different hairstyles, not necessarily a ponytail. This one sold at auction for $141 and $8.55 shipping. And you can see from the side profile that the head is definitely shaped different than the more modern Barbies. She's got a slimmer figure, and we can take a look at the back. She's going to have a date on there, but it doesn't necessarily match when the year of production was. You're more focused on the location that the Barbie was made, which I will get into when I talk about vintage Barbies in another video. Here's another vintage Barbie, but this actually is a reproduction, so be careful out there when you are buying these Barbies that look vintage. Make sure it's not a reproduction. This one's from 2005. It did go for a great amount of money, but that's not necessarily going to happen with every single reproduction. This one sold for $135 and $12.95 shipping. And this is the picnic set Barbie with a gingham top and denim jeans. And she actually has a fishing pole and a hat and a basket. And believe it or not, I actually had the hat and the denim jeans for the Skipper version of this, the original. So I recognize some of the pieces. Another doll featured in the Barbie movie, but this is not the newest version of the doll. This is actually from 2002. This is Midge. So Midge actually ended up having a baby. So this was part of the Happy Family set for Barbie. This was sold at auction for $152.50 and $14 shipping. And you can see here she has all the baby essentials. She has a crib. She has a little baby wrapped up in a bundle. And it talks about on the back how she got married and had a family. And what's crazy is down here you can see that the baby can fit in Midge's tummy, which is wild. But this is a newer version from 2002, which is still technically vintage. Now I wanted to give you a close-up. This is another vintage Barbie from the 60s, but you can see here that the eyes have a very distinct pattern. So they're not wide open. They actually have eyelids with eyeliner and eyeshadow. And these are very popular for vintage dolls. I think this one did so well online because it has this very unique hairstyle. It's sold at auction for $187.50 and $12 shipping. And this one doesn't even come with clothing. And we can see here the mark, it says 1958. But again, I told you that the year doesn't necessarily match the production date. This one says made in Japan. I know you probably can't see it that well, but I can see it. That's going to help indicate how old the doll is. We have another unique mermaid Barbie. This is Barbie Saria, and she sold at auction for $305 and $12.65 shipping. Now, it looks like this one might have been from a Spanish-speaking country because the print on the back is all in Spanish. And we can see there's some damage to this box, but that apparently didn't matter. And she has an iridescent tail and a hair comb. Now, regardless of the movie, this Barbie has sold multiple times over and over again. I found this 1984 Day to Night Barbie selling multiple times. And this one sold at auction for $105 and $20 shipping. So what happens is she has a daytime outfit for formal wear with a purse and a suitcase and her hat. And then she has a evening dress that she can switch into and go on a date with Ken. Here's another mermaid Barbie. This one also is from the 90s. This is from 1995. This is the jewel-haired mermaid Midge. So this isn't actually Barbie the character, but this is technically a Barbie doll brand. And this sold at auction for $110 and $10 shipping. So again, we have this iridescent theme for the mermaid tail. She has a crown and some earrings and some really long hair. So the whole point of this doll is to decorate the hair. We have another Barbie doll from Barbie the Movie. This is President Barbie, and she sold for $105 and $10 shipping. Her dress and her hair are just gorgeous. Next, we have another vintage 90s doll. So this one is the Earring Magic Barbie. So this was a Barbie that you could actually wear some of the earrings that Barbie wore. This sold for $120 and $13 shipping. So you can see these extra charms on her waist are actually earrings that the kids could wear. Next, we have another Barbie doll from the 60s. This is the Secretary Silkstone Barbie doll. It sold at auction for $177 and $15 shipping. So again, pay attention to the face. This one actually looks like someone's actually gone in and painted the eyes and given a little bit more detail. Those dolls can have a higher value because they're one of a kind, or OOAK. And those are definitely going to have the defining eyelids with the eyeliner. I was surprised to find out that of all the Barbie movie dolls, for all the characters that you saw, the Weird Barbie was one of the more popular ones. So this one sold for $290 and $14.55 shipping, but I've actually seen Weird Barbie sell for over $400. So I want to say this is one of the more popular Barbie movie dolls, if you can find it. Up next, we have another 90s Barbie doll. So I'm seeing a trend here. This is from 1991. This is the Totally Hair Barbie. And I want to say I had this doll. I recognize the dress. I recognize the Dep little gel container. And I feel like I had this doll. It's kind of hard to say because I don't have my Barbies, but this feels like one that I definitely had because I was a Barbie not at that time in 1991. So this doll sold for $315 and $14.55 shipping. And you can see a very brightly hippie kind of a very bright dress with the Dep styling gel and a hair comb and some accessories to curl her hair, to decorate her hair. Here's another 90s Barbie doll. This is the Hot Skatin' Barbie, and it sold at auction for $115 and $11 shipping. So you may recognize this outfit from the Barbie movie. So the inline skating outfit that they wore for Barbie and Ken was inspired by this 90s version of the inline skates. But this one's actually even more busy. You can see all of the glue and glitter everywhere on this doll. That's crazy. Our next doll is another Barbie movie collectible. It's another Margot Robbie. This one sold for $129 and $6.50 shipping. This is from the scene where she was dancing and partying all night. So she has this gorgeous sequin outfit with some gold earrings and some accessories. All right, so I've shown you 20 Barbie doll or Midge Barbie doll. Now let's jump into Ken's. And let's jump into the guy dolls. So this is Barbie inline skating for Ken from 1995. And so this outfit's different than obviously what was seen in the movie. It sold for $160 and $16.45 shipping. And you can see here's another version of Barbie with her inline skates. This is definitely a 90s style. This next Ken doll was really interesting. This is a vintage doll from the 70s. This is 1977 Superstar Ken. And he's got jewelry and a belt for this one, which was really interesting. He sold at auction for $342 and $17 shipping. So he's got a watch, a belt, a velour tracksuit, and a ring. He's definitely got a 70s look. Here's another modern doll. This is the Ken doll from the Barbie movie. And this one has the outrageous fur coat with the leather vest underneath. This sold for $110 and $5.50 shipping. This Ken doll is almost as popular as the Dia de los Muertos doll I just showed you earlier. This one sold for $150 and free shipping. And so you can see here Ken's face is painted just like the other doll. Lots of detail. He's got a hat, some boots. This doll is originally from 1992, but it was also featured in the Barbie movie. So this doll had some controversy after the fact. This is the earring magic Ken doll. So I showed you the other earring magic doll for Barbie, where you're supposed to be able to share the earrings that Barbie has. This one is for Ken, and so there's a very interesting necklace that is a loop that looks a little risque. He's got a mesh t-shirt on with a vest, and you're supposed to hang the earrings on that loop, but it just doesn't look right. I can't say why, but if you're an adult, you should know why. It sold at auction for $105 and $21 shipping. This doll is very popular because of the Barbie movie, but it was originally made in 1992. Now let's look at some vintage Ken. So this is a classic blonde Ken doll from the 1960s. It sold at auction for $142.50 and $11 shipping. You notice that it has the sand, the outfit, and the box, which does impact the price for vintage dolls. So just be aware of that. And this Ken is just as good at beach as the modern Ken. Now, if you've seen the movie, you know that there's also the Alan doll character. And so this one's from 1963. This was meant to be a friend of Ken's. He sold at auction for $125 and $13 shipping. He was discontinued because I guess kids weren't interested. But the movie has brought him back to popularity, and so people are looking for this doll. Now, you may not have known about Skipper's friend. So this is Ricky from 1964, and this doll sold for $205 and $12 shipping. And so this is another male doll character that is presented in box, which raises the value. Now, I actually found an 80s Ken doll that was selling for good money. This is the Sensational Malibu Ken doll, and it sold for $160 and $14.55 shipping. This Ken doll doesn't have any extras, but it's African American. It has a afro, even though it's kind of a straight hair afro, which is really creepy. But it's so different from all the other Ken dolls that I've seen that it makes sense it sold for so much. And our final doll is a Alan doll. So apparently Alan got married. And so he's got a little boy named Ryan. He's a dad now. So Alan and Ryan sold for $195 and $11 shipping. And you can see he's got all the dad goods he needs. He's got snacks, he's got a camera, he's got a stroller. And on the back here, it has the same description that the Midge doll had. Basically that they're a family, and Ryan is his firstborn child. He's 3 years old. So that's a happy ending for Alan. As always, we hope this information was useful to you. Please like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Let us know which items you would like us to research in future videos. Thank you for watching!